Recording. All right. Thank you, everybody that is here with us today. We're so excited. We made it through 4 weeks. Can you believe it? It went by so fast. Before we blinked, it was all over. So now, next month, we start it all over again. So if you know of anybody that might still need to have a reset in their life, share the link with them and let them sign up, let them register for the month of May. So tonight we have some real exciting things to talk about. First, Miss Yvette is going to take us away with talking about some exercise. And like we said in a previous meeting, you cannot out-exercise a bad diet, but exercise does help you a lot for many reasons. And in Masterclass, we talk a lot about exercise and hormones, surprising things that happen with that. So with that said, and then we're going to have some celebration. And after that, we'll end the evening off with some next steps. And for everybody who cannot be here tonight, we will send out the recording again as we did last week and the week before. And I just want to thank everybody that shared this month with us. It was great having you. The conversations were spectacular. And with all that said, Miss Yvette, take it away.
Well, welcome everybody. I am super excited for tonight's talk because you will see that we spoke about what to eat and what not to eat before we spoke about exercise. And as many of you will know, when a person leaves a doctor's office or wherever, the first thing they say is you need to exercise more. First, it puts a guilt complex on people. Secondly, it makes people extremely anxious and they are so disappointed in themselves. We are doing people an injustice. I was listening to trainers today and the one said, many years ago, I used to look at a fat person and go, if you could just exercise. 20 years later, now they're older and they're wiser and they go, if you eat right, you'll be able to exercise. But without eating right, you will not exercise. And I can be a testament of that. I used to run boot camps. I used to be up 5 o'clock in the morning. I used to do all those things. My body was totally inflamed. It took me 4 to 5 days to recover. So with all that said, exercise does not make you a better person. It doesn't make you, change your weight. It doesn't change your health. No, but exercise is extremely important. And there's quite a couple of things that I want to say. So a lot of people don't start exercising because they want to do things perfect. Well, none of us are perfect. So get over yourself, be consistent, do 80%, do 70%, but just be consistent. So that is really important. What I want to start off with is explaining the reason why weight training and resistance training is important. I will not be talking about cardiovascular. I will not be talking about running on a treadmill. I will not be talking about, pushing your heart rate up, because that is not what we are about. If you want to be healthy and if you want to sustain muscle mass, you need resistance training, weight training, anything that can build and restore your muscle. Most of us on here are not 21 years old, and after the age of 20, 25, your muscles start going down, believe it or not. So it is very important that you work on keeping your muscles strong. The only way you can do that is if you take this muscle and you take something that pushes against it and it makes the muscle stronger. It's no rocket science. So what I will start off by telling you is, what does muscle and what does resistance training do? Couple of things. It enhances your endorphins. So all of a sudden you feel better. You're not depressed. For men, it increases their testosterone. So with your protein intake, with your resistance training, the testosterone levels go up. You have people that have better digestion when they work out. People sleep better. Your general feeling of well-being. And then there's another one. It's a sense of accomplishment. For some of us, when you finish your workout and you've really done it well, it's good for you. But it's got to get to a point where you start enjoying it. Now, that is when it comes into a lot of people say, I don't like exercising. So I always say you got to start where you are at. So if that means you can go walk, and I'm not talking running, I'm not talking power walking, I'm just walk. If you can do a brisk walk and you start with that, that is wonderful. If you can do that 2 or 3 times a week, that is great. I do encourage people to progressively build up to you can do resistance training. So just to tell you a little bit about myself, in 2018, I fell and I broke my leg. And it was the hardest thing for me to get back into the gym, because it's not easy to get back and do workouts when your leg was broken. And I was in an old-fashioned cast. It was 6 months, very long period of healing. And my son just said to me, start where you are at. So when I did lunges, I did it with no weights. When I did squats, I did it with no weights. My biggest celebration was when I didn't fall over. So when you see where you come from and you gradually move on to where you are, that is when you see your legs are getting stronger, your muscles are getting stronger. I remember during treatment, I could push about 130, 140 pounds because they were very worried about the bone and the healing. Now, 400 pounds with my legs, no problem. But that didn't happen overnight. So what I'm saying is start little by little. Do things that you can do. Don't try and go and sign up with a trainer and that makes you do things that 18-year-olds do. It doesn't work like that. But you have to understand the importance of training, doing the muscle regeneration. But again, it goes back to if you eat the meat, if you eat the fats, and you do the exercise, you will see results. I've watched a lot of trainers with people and I've listened to them. They never speak to them about their diet. And if we can't get the diet right, it doesn't matter how much you exercise. What's going to happen is you're going to exercise Monday, you're going to be sore and sick for 3 days. Then you're going to go Thursday, sore and sick for 3 days. Then you're going to, is there any consistency in there? No, there is not. So the important thing is that the older we get, the more we need that muscle strength to support our bones. And something that a lot of people don't talk about is, but when you do the resistance training, it increases your bone density. So that is what you want. You have to start looking at these things out of a health aspect, not out of a, well, I don't like that. You know, you've got to take care of you, and there's a good way to start with that. I did include, Johan's going to send it out in a 6-day beginners program to start up. There's basic things in there. There's doing squats, there's doing lunges, nothing with weights. You're just doing a squat. It's all about doing it right. And there's many places on YouTube where you can type in how to do a squat. Because like my son always says, it doesn't matter if you do it long enough, eventually, wrong enough, eventually you will do it right and you're still working out a muscle somewhere. So go and look at those things. It's a 6-day program where there is things that you repeat 3 times. You'll do the lunges, you'll do the squats. If you don't understand what like the bridge lifts and those are, just go and Google it. It's part of you learning about how to take care of you. There are days when you go for a brisk walk. The best thing you can do is go walk out in nature. If you can do that with a fresh air, all of that, that will really help you. But I cannot emphasize how important it is for you to exercise. And one of the things that I left last for the exercise, because I think this will really make people a little bit more excited. How many of you have ever heard of the word autophagy? So autophagy is when your body uses and recycles, and when you have loose skin and when there's, you know, waste, it starts recycling that. And that's also in the time frame when people that lose weight, their loose skin goes away. If you exercise, they have now proven that if you do weight training, that your autophagy starts at least 3 to 4 hours before, where you usually would fast for 16 hours for autophagy to start. When you consistently work out, your autophagy starts at about 12 hours. So if you like to eat, that will excite you, because if you work out, you can eat quicker. So in a nutshell, Johan will attach the workout 6-day program that I had there. It's very basic. It's nothing spectacular. Have a look at that. If you have any questions, come back with us. But that is how I started working out. And I'm telling you, I will never look back because I'm stronger now at 55 than I was at 35. So, Johan, I hope that covered a bit and gets people excited to go out there and go and lift some weights.
Yes, thank you, Yvette. I really think this was very valuable. It gave a lot of good pointers. And especially, like you said, for people who might not have exercised at all before, it really gives you a place where to start, a place to start, you know, where you can really start with no weights and move forward from that. So thank you so much for this. This was really helpful. And now we're going to go into my favorite section, which is a little bit of celebration. And we've already heard from Della with her 18-pound loss. Maybe we can call her up and let her talk to her again. But first, I want to get Nalita.
Yes.
Miss Nalita, tell us about what your experience were just a few days, what you first told me and then what you told me last.
Well, the first couple of days it was hard because I wasn't used to not eating consistently, I guess. And after a while, the maybe third day of me doing it, I actually it was surprising. I actually, got used to it. I didn't expect, especially at night, not to eat. I thought I was gonna get hungry, but as soon as I got home, I just kept drinking water, and then I passed out, and I felt okay. I was like, oh, okay. I woke up the next morning, and I'm like, oh, I don't feel that hungry like I usually would do.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did that for was it 2 weeks already?
Yeah.
And I weighed myself, I think, on our second meeting that we had, and I noticed that I lost 8 pounds. I was like, oh my God, 8 pounds. I was like surprising and stuff because I just gone maybe 2 weeks after that, I just gone to the doctor, and I was like, wasn't really happy because I didn't really lose anything that much. But when I weighed myself the 2 weeks after that, I was like, oh my God, I lost 8 pounds. And I think what helped a lot was not eating at night.
Yeah.
Because I do 3 closing shifts at work. And when I get off, there are moments when I do feel hungry, that feeling when you're hungry. But there were moments when I just, would see something and want to eat it,
Yeah.
and stuff. And now that I know what to do when I get home, I just have my little routine of not getting anything to eat, only if I feel that that urge that I'm like your body's telling you, feed me,
Yes.
and try not to go through the cravings anymore.
I do believe that, Nalita, if you stick to this, next time you go to your doctor, he's not going to believe it.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Especially I think my sugar intakes too, because at night is when I would start craving more, the sugar stuff, like cookies. And even though I would eat, cereal that's has no sugar, but it's still carbs, and that's not good.
Yes.
And so now I do when I actually do feel hungry, instead of having anything like that, I would just have a piece of chicken or just a piece of an egg, a hard-boiled egg, and then that's it. And then I would feel much better, and then just drink lots of water, and I felt the next day I felt great.
Really good.
Yes.
Well, thanks for sharing, Nalita. I'm so proud of you. Everybody
Thank you.
give her a hand. That's
Thank you.
really
And
spectacular.
I can tell also on my stomach, the where your abs are supposed to be, I can feel that going down without even realizing. And I noticed some of my clothes, I was like, oh my God, this actually fits. This is actually getting looser than it was before. And I'm like, okay, I'm sticking to it.
Yeah,
This is
good
working.
job. Okay.
That's fantastic.
Thank you, Nalita.
Thank
I'm
you.
so proud of you. This
It's
is
all
really
because of you guys for doing this for us.
great.
And just to quickly say, for those that didn't hear, Della is down 18 pounds. I know she's shy to share, but very proud of you, Della. So super that you chiming in and listening. Thank you.
Yes. Well, thank you guys. Thank you for sharing. This is really exciting. You know, we can always throw information at people, but it only becomes valuable when so people pick up that information and start doing something with it. And this is what Reset is all about. This is why we made it somewhat interactive, because we want you to partake in your own healthcare. So if you take the information, don't believe us if you don't want to, go research what we say. But I can tell you, we've done the research. And what we teach works. So from this point, we also decided that we don't want to leave everybody just, this is the end of 4 weeks. Now we're leaving you all to your own devices. So we have some next steps that we want to present to you. And whether you're going to watch it now, or if the people who watch it on the replay, take action, because we don't want to leave you all by yourself. So, okay, I'm going to share my screen. This is, again, the second most slides that you'll ever see on a Reset program. Okay, can everybody see the big Reset button?
Yes.
Okay, so let's press it. Okay, Reset, next steps. First, we decided to come up with a Reset membership. So the membership is really for those people who are on track right now. They liked what we presented for free in Reset, but they want to have that extra level of a little community to go forward and support. So access to our exclusive membership area on Facebook. If you're not a Reset member, you will not have access to this group. We will also present, me and Miss Yvette, a monthly training, which would be an in-depth training into some area that we choose, with a live questions and answers, which will be exclusively to members on Zoom. And that training will be on a Saturday morning, once a month. You can always, as a member, email your questions for discussions throughout the month, and also on the Facebook group, interact with us. And if we have there's questions that we feel we can answer there. This all for a low monthly price of $19 per month. Or you can get 2 months for free if you sign up for an annual membership at $190 for 12 months. Me and Yvette both are in groups, one at $45 a month, one at $50 a month, which give less than this. So next we have, you've heard us talk about the Reset Masterclass. Masterclass is really for those people who went through Reset and decided that I want more. I want my wellness and happiness to go really to the next level. Masterclass is a 4-week deep dive into functional medicine foundations. We will talk about food addictions, sensitivities, toxicities, and deficiencies. We will also have a deep dive training into insulin, friend or foe, because there is good things that insulin does. We all need it, otherwise we'll die. But if it's too much, there's also things that can be detrimental to our health. We will also have a deep dive into fasting. We really touched the surface on fasting in the reset program that we just went through. This will take fasting to a whole nother level with different things that you can do, different periods of fasting that you can incorporate, and also what happens to your body when you fast. Then as we're also going to have a in-depth look into exercise and hormones, and how your hormones work, and how you can do things that can manipulate the outcome, and also what exercise does to your hormones. A class like this usually runs for a value of $500 if you have to sign up for it for someone else. Also with this included, which is a really, really great value, is your personalized functional medicine history workup with an individualized next step suggestions. This usually is a $480 plan, and nobody will, if you get in touch with a functional medicine practitioner, they will usually not just do that on its own for you. There will be a lot more after this. Included in Masterclass, you will also get 3 months of reset membership for free, from what we discussed in the previous slide. All of this, there is only 10 spots available for May, because we still have day jobs, and this is a lot of work on our end, on the practitioner end. We only have 10 slots available for May. It is very exclusive, and this is really for the person who is serious about taking their wellness to the next level. All of this only for an introductory price, because you are our discipleship class, for $249. Now, for those people who want to take it even one step further, we have a private coaching. And private coaching is a one-on-one 8-week program with a practitioner to help you specifically on your individual journey. There is 4 one-on-one consultations, a personalized plan, supplement recommendations, tracking and accountability, and direct access to your practitioner via the Healthy Messenger. Healthy, you can see healthy is not spelled the usual way. That is the platform that we work as functional medicine practitioners, which is HIPAA compliant, because we don't want your personal information to be shared everywhere. So that is, it has to be done on a HIPAA compliant platform. Included in this is a special offer, a DNA health test. The DNA health test, it's a blood spot. We order it for you. You receive it. You put 4 drops of blood on this little piece of paper. You let it dry. You mail it away as soon as you can. We get the results, and we get a whole list of things. And one of the most important things for me when I did it was to see that my detoxification pathways does not work this way it should, and I need to take specific supplements to make it work better. So there's a lot of information that you get from a DNA health test. I cannot stress enough how important this is for any individual to do this. And also from that to get specific, specialized next steps for yourself that is unique to your DNA to take your wellness to a next level. Included, we will also include 1 masterclass, which is the 4-week program we talked about before, and 1 year of reset membership for free. only 2 spots available for May. Again, because we want to offer the best value to you, and we don't want to do skimpy work when we work on your profile. All of this over a $4,000 value for our discipleship class, we're offering for a giveaway price of $2,000. So there is our next steps. I will also include this information in our email that's going out to you with the link of the recording. So the folks who are not on the call tonight, who are busy with other things, that they can see it as well. And shortly, I'll also send out the links to click on and just easy subscribe. So that is my, Ms. Yvette, I just want to ask you, what do you think about our offering?
You know, I think it's absolutely fantastic because it is a lot of work from you and me, and both of us want to do something well. So we really want to see people through all those steps. So we feel that this is really beneficial because there are some people that just have a little bit of problems. There are somebody that has a little bit more questions, but every year and year you need somebody that will walk you by the hand so we can test, not guess. We can give suggestions that work. But this always reminds me of the thing where, you know, 97% of people are, they'll look at it and go, yeah, whatever. And 3% of people are doers. But the thing that came up once in a discussion was somebody said, yeah, but those 3% people, they're probably not scared. You know what? Everybody's scared. And I do think sometimes we just need to jump into something. If you've tried everything, if you've done everything and you're not feeling better, or if you guys know of somebody, please share them with us, because both Johan and I have, you know, I've helped people. I just had a picture the other day of somebody sending me results, and she's still blown away because something she struggled with for nearly 30 years. So this is the kind of thing, that's the kind of heart we have and the impact we want. So also to remember, we will have our 4-week free reset class for anybody that couldn't make this. We've had a lot of people sign up. Johan, the cutoff date for that again is?
It is tomorrow. Actually, sorry, Saturday. So 2 more.
So anybody that you know of that's just in a beginning walk with being healthier, let them sign up. You know, we didn't make any of you dance, or we didn't make you perform, we didn't make you do anything. So just tell them, come on in. If you want us to look at the ceiling like with Della, it's fine. But Della listened. Della changed the ways. So it's for everybody. But please just share that, because it can make a huge difference in somebody's life.
And again, if anybody wants to do reset again, feel free. I know many times I've signed up for a program and I have to listen to it again because and then I hear something new. And
life happens. We know things happen. So if you couldn't make it or couldn't listen to it, listen again.
Yeah. And I just want to tell a quick story, because we showed the next steps and there's dollar amounts involved. And here is my big thing about that. It's not that we want your money. We can do this for free. But I remember signing up for a personal development program with Dean Graziosi, and he took $300 from me. And it was not the $300 that I paid him. He presented an opportunity for me to invest in myself. Because if that program was for free, I might not have been to every class. And we've seen it with the free reset. If it's for free, your commitment level is halfway. The moment you pay, the moment I paid that $300, believe me, I showed up for every single class and I took notes. And it is just having that little skin in the game really brings a commitment in order to improve yourself. That's why something that we see in the pharmacy a lot, people are so willing to pay $1,000. We talked about it yesterday, $1,000 for a prescription, but tell them to pay $500 to eat better, to buy better quality food. Oh no, I can't afford meat, it's too expensive. But they'll pay the $1,000 for a prescription. So everybody's different, I guess. Well, that is all, everything from us. We're so happy. We reached the half-hour mark. We are going to open the floor now for any questions, whether it is about exercise. There is one question that I see, Yvette. What if somebody just wants testing?
Well, that's a very good question. That would require a one-on-one consultation with Johan and I, because we do what we call a living matrix, which goes from before birth, your life now, everything through. It's a very in-depth, and it takes very long to get all that information. So that would require the cost of the one-on-one, the living matrix, and then of course whatever testing you need to be done, what we've determined, or what it is that you want to. So we can definitely do that. Johan, I do believe that there is a spot for that, but I do think if you want to get the true benefit, you might want to look at just, maybe just with a masterclass, because we can do added stuff in there, but that will be over and above, because believe me, we don't make money on the tests. We have to send it to these labs and get the stuff. So that is a possibility.
Yes, absolutely. So if anybody else has any questions, unmute yourself and we'll be glad to listen. If anybody have questions about exercise, how heavy weights you need to lift? Nobody?
So not everybody jumping on you at first. Well,
not all in the same time.
With a exercise in that, set small goals. Really set something that's attainable. Go for a walk. Do something that you can feel successful with. And one thing I must say for all the women over here, I do go to a gym, I do weight training, and believe me, I'm like a sole woman next to all the bodybuilding guys. Very intimidating, very like, I used to just walk in. Now I realized they don't look at me, I don't look at them. We're all there for the same purpose. So there are little things like that that put people off. Find a way around it. So it's just so valuable if you can do these things. But again, eat your fats, eat your proteins. When your body is feeling better, you will want to do more.
Yeah, that is true. So everybody, again, thank you for being on this journey for this past 4 weeks with us. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. And if anybody wants to repeat, just sign up for May. And if you know anybody that might benefit, let them sign up for May. We have 2 more days before registration closes. And just keep on being the best you. If you've started with anything, the smallest thing that you've changed in your life since you've been on reset, just continue. Next time you can add something more. I was a big proponent of doing one thing. If you do one thing till you're really good at it, it's much easier to add another. So that is it from me tonight. I hope you guys have a super awesome evening. And I really hope to see you guys soon, because it was really great hanging out with you.
And I just want to go with closing. I always say to my patients, you need to take care of you, because there's only one of you.
Yes, very true. Thank you,
So
guys.
I just want to say thank you to both of you, Johan and Yvette. Thank you so much, both for all your time, and I know everything behind the scenes is a lot more time, and also for sharing your expertise and experience with us.
Thank you, Kim. So it's time to wave good night.
Yes. Thank you. Bye, you guys.